Hi, welcome to this bubble tutorial. My name is Paul and it's so good to have you here. So recently I saw this type of bottom, this type of action button. So that comes from the top, the bottom, and you're able to use it for customer service. You're able to use it for feedback forms. You're almost able to use it for anything. So I want to show you how to get this done with Bubble. So yeah, you would see this on major sites. You could see it as a way to send a report, send a request, chat with customer service. Just a whole lot that you can do with it. So though I did it before, here in practice. Like this is you want to ask a feedback question and you cancel, it goes away. You bring it up, it pops up. So I want to show you how to do it with Bubble. So okay, so I've done it this way, so I'm going to do it on my right hand side, right? On my left hand side. So this is how to go about it. So first thing first, we'll put a floating overlay, a floating group right there on top. So, and I'm going to call it floating group bottom left. I'll call it bottom left. And I'm going to set the width and the height to 80 by 80. And then I'm going to come back to the appearance. And then I'll go back to the appearance and I would say bottom, not top. And it's left or right. So I'll say bottom left. If I want it to be in the middle, I would say bottom center. But here I would say bottom left. And of course, above all the elements of the page. And then I will come back here and say my style, I want to fill it, and I want the background color to be probably red. So let's just leave it red, and then I want it rounded. So like 50. I want it rounded, and this is the rounded part. This is the icon that the user will click in order for them to open up the other form or support tool or anything. So this could open up a pop-up or a slide nav, anyhow you want to do it. But what I'm interested in is it opening up a customer service form. So what I'll do with this one is that I'll also come back here to the layout and I'll give it a bottom of 24. I give it a bottom of 24 and I'll give it a left of 24 also. So I'll leave it that way. And here I will put in a group. So the reason I'm putting in a group is so that I'm able to put whatever I want to put in there. Yeah, I'll give it a group in here, and I would put in an icon inside the group, right? And the icon would be chart. I'll put a chart icon in the group. For the group itself, for the layout itself, yeah, put it in the middle, and for the group itself, I will put the icon also in the middle. Put the icon in the middle, and I'll click on the icon and I'll put it in the middle also. Then I'll give the icon a more robust width. I'll give it a more robust width, 50 by 50, right? And I'm gonna change the color to something else, probably white. Okay. So this is our icon. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add another floating group. So we have two floating group on top. That's for me practicing. I'm going to add another floating group here. Floating group. So this is another floating group. And I'll also say I want it to be at the bottom and I want it to be left. This is going to be the form that will come up, right? And I'm just going to give it so I can give it a padding or a margin, but I'm not going to do that. You can see the way you can see what we did to the group. Everything is 0, 0, 0. We didn't give it anything. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it 24, bottom 24 also. So because what we're doing is that we want this group to show up once the other group disappear. So this will be our floating group feedback card feedback card. We have floating group feedback card, and then this right here is the group that we want to open. So we can put anything inside of it. So we're going to put in a group inside of it right there. Putting a group inside of it, and the group, I'm going to say feed height to content, right? So it's going to feed height to it's not going to feed height to content, but you can say feed height to content. It depends on how you want to design your stuff. And then I'm going to put in a button in there, 2 buttons actually. I'm going to put in 1 button here, and then I'll duplicate the other one. So I'll probably just use 1 button for the sake of this course. This is going to be the submit button. So I'm sure you know how to create forms already. This is going to be the submit button, and I will make everything starts from the bottom and align everything in the middle. So I'm going to align the button also in the middle. So what this button will do is that it will close or submit the feedback form. So we'll have a feedback form in there. The button will close or submit it. So now we have to put in some sort of action on the index page itself to show and hide it. So I'm going to click on the index page, and I'll add a custom state, and I'll say feedback form, and then I will make it a yes or a no. Feedback form open. I'll make it a yes or no. Default, I'm going to say the default, and default is going to be no, it's not open. And then I'll go back to my floating group left, and I would say I want it to, I don't want this element to be visible on page load. Yeah, that's what I don't want it. And then I'll go to my conditional, and I would say when index feedback form is no, this element is visible. You get it right? The element is visible when it's no. And then I'll go back to my card, and I would say also I don't want it to be visible. I don't want it to be visible on page load, and I'll come back here and I would say when index dot feedback form is yes, this element is visible. Right, and then I'll come back here to my floating group body. And so what I want to do is that I want to add a workflow to the floating group itself. I would say when it's click, I want you to change the state of the element. Set custom state, and I want you to set the index custom state, feedback from open to yes. This will ensure that it disappears. And then I'll go back to my submit form. This one here, I'll add a workflow, and I would say set state of an element, index, and I'll set my feedback form, and I'll say no. So I think that's all we need. If we come back here and we reload, we should get it right. So this is my form, and now it's here, and it's gone, it's here, it's gone. So this is the same thing we have here. I just that this time I created a feedback form, cancel, it's gone, and now we have the feedback form right there. So that's how you do it. I just wanted to share this quick tutorial, and maybe you should go try it. It's a great way to collect feedback. It's a great way to add support. How's your app going to look like without you collecting real-time feedback from your customers? So you can put this inside your web application, inside your SaaS application. It doesn't have to be for support on your homepage alone. You can put it in your application. It doesn't matter the kind of tool that you're using, so that people will be able to send you feedback as fast as possible. Like you can see on this feedback from here, there's what the person thinks, and then there is a picture uploader, and they're able to send it. This will enable you to iterate as fast as possible, and just make a very, very sensible product. Right? You have trouble with your bubble app, feel free to click on the link below to probably schedule a call, or you want to build one, feel free to schedule a call below, and I'll definitely reach out to you. Thank you very much for watching. See you in a different tutorial. Bye.